paranoid.
I know, yeah.
Had one bad day, and now it's going to be a bad week.
If this were to go south again, I say we cancel the whole podcast and
Just delete it.
get
Delete
rid of it. Yeah.
all that work we just did to make it.
Yeah. Okay. You owe me $2.
I owe you $2.
Yeah.
Oh.
This episode is not sponsored by Poppy, but if they want to sponsor us, do it.
We are redoing
Yeah.
podcast, so this is podcast version 2 of episode 4.
Yeah.
You want to say why?
So Matt had a really bad day Monday, which kind of like made me have a bad day, but I tried to keep the positive vibes, but he there's just no positive vibes because we went to Glass City. Are you gonna make any more noises while I'm talking?
No,
Or
I'm not doing
okay.
anything wrong. Thank you.
Okay. So we went to Glass City Metro Park to record our 4th of July video, the Foofajai, if you know what that is. It's probably a Gen Z thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I never heard of that until you told me.
Yeah,
You
but
made me send it to my wife as a, hey, tell your wife this.
right.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my family's just trying to make 4th plans that I can't say that on here because my dad's gonna see this on LinkedIn and be like, you said you didn't want to do anything.
Do you have your dad on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Weird.
He comments on all my posts.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah,
Oh.
like my graduation, he was like, I am so lucky to have such like a bright daughter and all these things.
You have a cool dad.
I was like, thanks, Dad. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Shout out to
TP.
TP. That's what you call him.
Yep. Toilet paper.
Tom
Pekulski.
Tom. Yeah, cool. I was gonna say like, oh yeah, shout out to Tom, but I was like, what if his name's not Tom?
It is.
But it is Tom.
Yep.
I've met him maybe like 2 times.
Yep. He gives you high praises.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I just love the guy she's working for is amazing.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah. Oh, do you blush?
Garsh.
Mm-hmm.
I interrupted your original story.
No, that's okay.
We are refilming this or re-recording this because I messed up.
Yeah.
Twice that day.
Twice.
With the audio.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded a whole episode. I found out that the camera that was supposed to be capturing the sound with these nice audio recording devices did not record no more than 10 minutes of the whole conversation.
Yeah.
So we are redoing it, and now we also have better lighting because you
I kind of slay.
Do you?
Look at that white smile.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we took an hour and a half to record the 4th of July video in the morning at the park.
Uh-huh.
Got back in
long?
like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was a good hour and a half we were there.
Yeah, and when we got there, I'd like to preface this. I told Matt, do we need a wind guard for my microphone?
Mm-hmm.
He said, nope, it's good. It is like horribly windy out. Mm-hmm. Right by the water, too.
It was bad.
It was bad.
So insert original clip here.
Independence. 8 Forge wants to wish you a happy 4th of July. Our office will be closed Monday, July 4th, and will reopen.
And now insert the final version here.
And to celebrate our independence, we at 8 Forge want to wish you a happy 4th of July. We will be out of office on Thursday, July 4th, and will return Monday, July.
Now put them side by side.
To celebrate our independence, 8 Forge wants to wish you a...
See the difference? Use a wind guard. Always use a wind guard when outside. And for these mics, they're the little fluffy DJI like fluff ball things.
Yeah. It looks like I had just like a nice little cozy like fuzzy caterpillar on me. It was fun.
It worked out fine.
Yeah. So that happened in the morning, and then we're like, because we got back and he put the content on his computer, he's like, oh, that's bad. And I'm like, Maybe listen. I'm a lot smarter than you think I am.
And not just bad, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. And we do great work, not okay work. Disregard the first like 3 episodes of the podcast being inconsistent in terms of like audio and all that. We're figuring that out.
Yeah, well, that's trial and error.
Yeah. Now we're hitting our stride.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about anything that was in the original one because I don't remember what was in yesterday's episode. We're going to
Mondays.
tackle.
It's Wednesday, Matt.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh my God. So yeah. So we are just going to tackle the same questions with a new, fresh mind. And,
yeah.
Not worry about.
Honestly, I think we were already pissed off though after the 4th of July.
I was very bitter.
Yeah.
About that not working to the point where like we did the reshoot that you knocked out in like a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, we're done for the day. I'm headed home.
Yep.
Call it quits.
Yeah. Well, we didn't explain that like with this. Oh wait, no, we did explain that it only recorded 10 minutes. Never mind.
Yeah, 10 minutes. After like an hour of recording.
Yeah.
There's always like an hour of recording and then like we cut it down to 40, maybe 50 minutes. But
yeah, and so that was like our final straw that we saw. He was like, oh my gosh, it only recorded X amount of minutes. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Because it was the phone that had the audio hooked up to it.
Yeah.
So I do want. Oh yeah, okay, we are recording. I was like, maybe we should check to make sure we're recording before we start talking.
Yes, we are recording. Okay. We are. If anyone's curious, we're using Final Cut Pro for the iPad and using multicam. I'm only doing it with one to see how that works. For those listening, hope we sound okay.
Yeah.
We have to remember, like, this is also an audio only.
Right.
For the podcast stuff. But, like, you can watch it on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/apeforge to watch this on YouTube's.
Subscribe.
Or is it youtube.com/@apeforge? I think it's @apeforge.
Well, I'm like, actually, no, I don't want to mess with that.
Either way,
I have a short uploading right now.
You can watch us on YouTube, or listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah.
Do people use the Google podcast thing?
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, neither did I.
Everyone has Apple Music or Spotify.
Yeah.
And everyone has free access to YouTube.
Right.
So I don't know.
We should be good. We're covered. It doesn't matter.
Watch, we're gonna get like haters one day and be like, I use Google and I can never listen to you.
#FAF for that's a long hashtag, never mind. I was like,
yeah.
No.
I don't know where you were even going with that, but I don't know.
F as in like
well,
like screw off ApeForge, but like we have to censor ourselves because we're uploading it as an uncensored.
Yeah.
As a.
Well, I typically try not to like say bad words on here.
Okay. I have a sailor's mouth.
I do too, but like I know when to turn the filter on.
Yeah. The church filter.
Yeah, I guess like the Catholic school.
Yeah, the Catholic filter.
Talking to your professor until you know their vibe, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until like sophomore year that professors swore in class.
Teachers swear and.
Yeah.
So, what is today's episode about?
Well, welcome back to Designers AF. I'm Allie. I'm here with Matt, and today's quest is what is enrichment time? A few people have probably heard us reference enrichment time, and it's a concept that's been around for, well, it's just like something a creative needs, but I coined the term that goes with the concept.
Paranoid.
I know, yeah.
Had one bad day and now it's going to be a bad week.
If this were to go south again, I say we cancel the whole podcast and
just delete it.
Delete rid of it. Yeah.
All that work we just did to make it.
Yeah. No, I think I would like have a mental breakdown.
Not a big deal. We'll just have you do the podcast by yourself.
Who would I talk to?
As a creative, we're constantly pulling from that creative tank that fuels what we make and what we do and how we think and how we deliver stuff. And if we constantly pull from that tank, we're going to run out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So having tasks or activities or enrichment time to refuel and get that energy back helps a lot. So um, uh, the Minecraft server, we can jump on there whenever we want, play for a few minutes, and then go back to work, because we can approach that project from a fresh point rather than that constantly being drained from the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So enrichment time can be, let's go play a game, or it could be a whole different project that doesn't have a deadline and doesn't have any pressure. It's an internal project. We can switch over to that one, and there could be a problem in that task, or a problem that we can solve there that unlocks us over here.
Mm-hmm.
The enrichment time kind of crosses over a little bit.
Yes.
Or it could be reorganizing your office or decorating your office.
I love decorating my office.
You want to talk about your enrichment?
My enrichment usually means not being on my laptop. I think my eyes like get if like I can't focus on my laptop and I'm like, "Ooh, I need enrichment time." I just can't be looking at my laptop screen. So, typically like some of my enrichment time like is well what coined enrichment time was moving into our mommy office that we no longer have. Um, but hey, it gave me some enrichment time. A lot of enrichment time, actually. Um, so, like, moving things and redecorating are at worst, like, my favorites. And then, like, going shopping is always fun for me. So, like, I love to shop. So, if I'm like, ooh, Matt, we need this or this and
Can we
that.
go to Target?
Yeah. And, like, I guess that's kind of cool. Like, I don't get to, like, not everyone gets to go to their boss and be like, hey, like, when I go to Target, we need tissues. I feel like every time we go to Target is because we need tissues.
Did we get tissues the last time we went?
Yeah,
Where are they?
they're under the.
Oh, they're in here.
There's one there. Oh my gosh, sorry. And then
Are they in the kitchen?
yeah, under the like where all of your dad's cleaning supplies are. If you're wondering what our office looks like, watch
Check out.
my MTV Cribs inspired office tour.
Ellie came to me. Talking to you as if you're not here. You
That's
came to
fine.
me with the whole concept of like, hey, I want to do like an MTV style Cribs showcase of
Mhm.
like The Office. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, rad, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
You got the whole vibe,
Thanks.
and I just had to walk around.
Thanks. Yeah, I just said hold the camera and upload like the content. I got it.
Yeah.
I've been exploring Final Cut Pro for like real videos because before our good friend Tori um always did it for us. So it's like Matt would be like, "Want to learn how to do a reel?" I'd be like, "Tori likes doing them." But like now she's one with child.
Did she use Final Cut or did she use?
She uses Premiere.
Oh yeah, she's a Premiere girl.
Yeah.
She might use Final. Did you just rip that?
No, I found the end of it though.
I
Like
did,
this is
yeah.
where it's tied.
Yeah.
We could
Cool.
totally untie it and have a really long weird pillow. I won't.
Very odd whip.
Yeah, or we could buy another one and see what it looks like.
We can tie them together to make a bigger one. Enrichment time.
Enrichment time.
For me, the podcast is kind of an enrichment time
Yeah.
to like disassociate for an hour and make a thing that.
And
20
talk,
people
because we don't really
are-
talk anymore.
We don't talk anymore.
I feel like no.
No, well, because I'm sucked into meetings and.
Yeah,
doing
well,
other
this
stuff.
past few days have been better than.
Yeah, and
I don't want to say better, but like.
Yeah, one of those days I had the whole like basically mental breakdown with the audio. Like, all right, we can bleep, can't we?
If you want to work
I'll be
with
like,
that,
fuck
yeah.
that. I don't want to.
Yeah, but like, this is fun because we don't really like. We're like busy right now because Tori ditched us.
Tori decided to have a baby that
Yeah.
we'll keep mentioning until she comes back.
Yeah, and like, she knows we're not bullying her. No one think we're bullying her. We're so happy.
very happy
But
for
like
her.
I will continue to make jokes about it.
Yeah.
But like she made jokes about me at school. Like, "Oh, you have to leave us," like when I went to school.
You may feel more personal about it of her leaving. I don't feel as personal because she left me for fourth graders before.
Yeah, that's fair. She came back
So, but she came back
for me.
for you. She didn't even know who you were, and she's not here to defend herself.
So we're gonna go with my story.
Okay,
Okay.
fair.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. We've been little busy bees.
Yeah, it's been very productive.
Yes.
So any chance of like, hey, can we do this dumb little side quest?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
But I
absolutely.
also feel like when we do the side quests, we're like low key like beat down
Yeah,
from like
low
everything else we've
energy.
been doing. So it's like, but yeah, so like, I don't know. We need our sparkle back. And I feel like the podcast brings our sparkle back.
Yeah.
And enrichment time also brings my sparkle back personally. Um, because it just
There goes that lady who usually knocks on the window and
no.
waves, but she looked at me and did not knock and
Thank
wave.
God. Maybe cause she saw the setup. She was being
Maybe,
like respectful.
maybe, but like every time she's this old, not old, I don't want to call her old, but she's a lady that is downtown for whatever reason, and every time she walks by the office and she sees me, she knocks on the window and waves, and then she walks away. Very nice, very polite,
Yeah, it's
very
nice.
intrusive.
It's like the friend behind the glass.
Yeah,
It's
she's
a
on the
pen
outside.
pal.
It's a window pal.
Yeah, like you don't actually know who they are, but like
No, never met her. I don't
mm-mm.
know who she is. So enrichment time.
Enrichment time.
Enrichment time. Um, what? So that means you get refueled
Yeah.
by doing
Doing that work.
anything but work.
Yes.
So why do you think enrichment time is so important?
Because like a logo I could produce would be like crap if I don't have enrichment time. Like um we just need to refuel and recharge so without those things that aren't our work, we can't make that good quality like
Yeah.
produce quality outcomes like we would if like say I literally did have to sit here for 8 hours a day and stare at my screen and build logos and like clock out when the 8 hours is up. It would turn
You'll go
out by my
crazy.
first rendition of Infinity Premiere
Yeah,
Services.
you'd go crazy with it.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of people will, other designers I've seen, like on the West Coast, will go for a hike
Yeah.
and disappear into the woods and go find Bigfoot
Right.
and stuff like that. I censored myself. Um, whereas here, we're a little bougie,
Yeah.
and we will find other ways to
We're
refuel.
material girls.
We are material folk. Um, I do like going for walks, so I'll go to Glass City or go to the zoo in the mornings and like get this day started with enrichment, and then, um, but throughout the day, finding different ways to decompress,
Yeah.
especially between meetings. Any opportunity to take a breath and jump into the next project. Now, if we had jobs that were we are a marketing agency for one specific company or we
Mhm.
worked at a different company, but because we are so diversified in who we serve,
Yeah.
that pivoting from project to project to project to project and a range of different kind of companies drains that source really
Mhm.
fast, so we have to find different ways to refuel it. There
Yeah.
we go. Now I'm getting up to speed.
Nice. Yeah. I like my enrichment time. I guess I start out my morning with enrichment time at home too, but like not exercise.
Yeah.
Um, I like if I have the time in the morning, I have been waking up earlier again because I think I'm getting used to this whole full-time thing. It was getting hard for a moment. Um, but I'll wake up and I'll get ready, blah blah blah, this and that. But then like I'll do something that needs to get done like for me or my family before I leave. Like this morning, last week we had a garage sale for at my house with like a bunch of stuff. So today I finally like took the time this morning before I left to like take them out of boxes that like we don't want to donate and put them in like trash bags and stuff so we can take them to Goodwill and get them out of our garage.
Mhm.
So like I like doing those types of things where I'm like organizing or like decorating, moving stuff around. Like that's my morning type vibe. And yesterday morning,
You nest.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like a mama bird. Um Yesterday morning I spent my 30 extra minutes of like time to take off every tag of on my clothes that I was donating in Plato's Closet that told you what year they were made because I don't take anything older than 2 years. So I took all the like the year make tags off so they don't know what year it was made,
Yeah.
and hence I make more money off of them.
Nice. Plato's closet.
Closet, yeah.
Play-Doh closet hack.
Yeah, well, this is my first time trying it, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. I have faith in it though.
I think they might just deny it.
You think?
I think so.
That'd be really bad because I took it off every single piece of clothing.
That's
And
quite the
there's
commitment.
4 bags.
You jumped in with both feet.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Well, like some things are timeless too, and
Yeah.
they'll figure it out.
They know what they're getting.
And like, if they do reject it, then that's on me for that experiment.
Yeah, you're gonna mess up, but
Yeah, but
well, we don't know yet. We'll find out.
we don't know yet.
So make sure to take a note to mention next week,
Mhm.
next episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop them off after work today. So.
Would you say that going on vacation can qualify as enrichment time?
I don't think it's the
I
same
don't
thing.
think so. I think it's
I
different.
think enrichment time is during work.
Yeah. It is throughout, sprinkled throughout. Imagine you are an animal at the zoo,
Mhm.
at the Toledo Zoo. Shout out to the Toledo Zoo.
Imagine you're Louie the elephant.
Imagine you're Louie in North
Dakota.
Why not just say like Kirka or something? In
Who?
Toledo.
Kirkaja?
Kirka.
I thought it was Kirkaja.
I thought it was Kirka.
I don't know. Kirk. K.
Was Kirk until they realized he had a
Baby elephant.
he's a baby elephant.
Mhm.
She
She.
she is a female, yeah. Um the imagine you're a little you're a penguin. You're just a freaking
I love them.
penguin hanging out on the beach, and
A little pang.
you're like, man, being a penguin all day is exhausting.
Mhm.
Then someone comes in with a little
Fish.
contraption
Oh.
that you have to get, not being fed, but you're being enriched. You have this little thing that you
Well,
can
yeah.
play with.
Don't they have those toys for them there?
Yeah, they have food in it to like entice them, but like
Mhm.
the brain part of it is here's this task I have to complete.
Right.
That's the enrichment. It's not just feeding them.
It's like Montessori for kids.
I don't know the word you just said.
Oh.
Montessori?
Montessori.
Montessori?
It's a type of like well, okay, people can correct me if I'm wrong cuz I'm not a mom. But like I do watch moms on YouTube and they give their kids Montessori toys and stuff for like motor development, I think. So it's like wooden toys.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not like the flashy light like overstimulating. It's wooden, and like then like they have functional kitchens where it's like the kids actually have water in their toy kitchen and like a fridge that works, like a mini fridge. Like they have like a whole like
it's enrichment for kids.
Yeah, it's teaching them
the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the idea for enrichment for us in terms of it's not vacation or it's not a I don't want to say it is kind of a break, but it's less of a break and more of a refocus the brain to and that could be pushing a chair across the room to make the whole room look more feng shui.
Oh, I was like,
yeah, come on, play my game. It could be
it's like it's not anger management time.
It could be hanging a picture frame, or it could be going to Target to get stuff we need for the office.
A carpet.
Or getting a new
or
carpet.
Going to Ashley Furniture.
Or waiting for the couch to be delivered.
Oh, maybe we should explain why we're sitting here.
Oh yeah, the new couch is gonna go here.
Yeah.
You have a little graphic you drew.
Yeah.
That'll
That'll be
go.
up by then.
Where could they find that at?
Final draft. Should we
Uh,
explain what Final
Ellie,
Draft is?
what is Final Draft?
This advertisement is sponsored by Final Draft. Final Draft is our
Provided
blog.
by 8forge.com.
Yeah. It is a blog by 8forge.
It's
by me. It's written by me.
It's yeah.
Now. And I made sure to give myself credit at the bottom of the first one I posted
Previously known as the Monstera.
Yeah.
And at one point called the Guide, but now Final Draft.
Yeah. This one's sticking this time. I won't let him change it because I love the name.
Yeah.
Like, it's my company. It's not my company, so he can change it if he wants. But it is a blog that finalizes the thoughts in the podcast. So it's like we'll talk about, like, we ramble for days on this thing and we get off track. What? Me? Never. But so, like, we get off track here. So Final Draft takes all of, like, the thoughts that are sprinkled in the theme of the episode and puts them into one place in writing. So say, hey, you're another graphic designer like me and Matt. I don't know why.
Why did you say it that way?
I don't know.
And Matt.
Excuse
you.
And you want to take notes away from our podcast, but you're not as ADHD as like I am, so you wouldn't be able to follow it. Fret no more. Final Draft has everything written, like all the key takeaways that we talk about on our blog.
Yeah.
And they're posted the Wednesday before the podcast comes out. So if you want to study before you listen,
get a preview.
Yeah. I think the tagline is spoken thoughts.
Yeah. You made it up. I don't know.
1 second. I know I have the tab up because I was just looking at it. No, I don't. It's fine. I have it bookmarked. AF website. Final Draft. Spoken ideas, refine text. So that's the idea. We speak them and then we refine them and post them for key takeaways. Can you stop playing with Morticia? Thank you. That made me feel like I was the boss. That was kind of...
Yeah, I felt that way. I felt that.
Are you scared of me?
I've never liked the management. We're going to talk about management all of a sudden, I guess.
That's fine.
I never liked managing my team in the way where I put myself up on a pedestal and like barked, like a barking direction of like
bark, bark,
bark, bark, bark. I'd rather work.
Kenny tells me I bark.
Do you bark? Gross.
I just barked at you.
You did kind of just bark at me. You just parented me. I don't want to be mothered. I prefer to be parented. But I don't. My management style is not to boss. It is to guide. I try not to be too harsh about stuff. Was I harsh with you earlier this morning? Or not even this morning.
I'm like emotionally sensitive, so like I just have to like after you say something to me, I have to remind myself that you don't hate me, you're not mad at me. He was just telling me to fix something and the world is not going to end.
And it was not
and he's not going to fire me.
Of all the things, it was such a small little detail. Contextually, it didn't work in the space it was in. But it was good, just needs to be refined. I wanted to guide you. It's
like I've been criticized from like age 3 up until now, and you think I'd handle it better between dance and graphic design, but like I'm still working on it and not taking it personal. But
I felt so bad when you came to me kind of sad of like, I thought that t-shirt merch drop on Monday was going to be such a big hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, Ellie, it's the first time we posted anything like that before.
Yeah, I think I had to realize that it's going to take... I expect everything I do to blow up on the internet.
Yeah. And for everyone to know, we have merch on the website. And it's not so much as a, hey, buy our stuff. It is, it's an example of what we're able to do. Design-wise and also e-commerce-wise. Here's a website that we built, our website that has product that we designed, that we manufacture and ship out, and all that fun stuff. So
But I do think they'd be cool if you bought them.
it would be very cool if you bought, because you specifically did that design.
No, Tori did that.
Oh, Tori did that?
I came up with the phrase.
You did the phrase, though. That was
Let
you.
the wind take you where you will, if you remember from episode 1.
Yeah, so insert... No, don't insert anything here. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that work.
By now...
I already have to do a bleep out and cut in a video that we already made.
Yeah, besides, by now, when they're listening to this one, let the wind take you where you will, design with the flow, and Command plus C will all be up.
Okay, cool. Those are all fun ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All designed by Tori. Thanks, girl. Shout out Tori.
Tori.
Come back.
Come back, please.
Please.
Do you get tired of having to hang out with me all day?
No, because either way, I'm going to have to do it. She only comes in... She only comes in the office one day a week.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's a little different than it was during my internship because we had Rebecca bebopping around still.
Yeah, right.
So, like...
Why do you bring her up?
I don't know. I'm just... You did in the last episode.
I did too, yeah.
I thought I was allowed to.
No, yeah, you're allowed to.
Okay.
It's fine.
Actually, Rebecca, you're canceled.
Canceled. You
Keep that in there so she knows. I
still
know
has
she's
her
listening.
Power over us. And,
Yeah.
She's, as soon as this drops, she's the first to listen.
She is, and then she's gonna text us. What's that?
I can't believe you talked about me on the podcast. I got a text from her yesterday. She gave me an update on the Monstera plant that she took a seedling from.
Oh, Monty?
Monty, yeah.
Monty's offspring?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm used to, like, another human being around.
I am used to the dynamic of 3 people.
Yeah.
And now it's 3. It's technically 3, but...
We should have brought in an intern.
We still could. This stuff really does make you burpy.
Yeah. And then, like, it makes me feel like I can't take a whole breath.
Drinking out of the 8 Forge can cup?
That has never been washed, Matt.
It hasn't?
No.
Well, it tastes minerally.
And I'm pretty sure Tori's, like, pencils and stuff are in it.
Oh no! I thought that was the other one that we...
No, that's mine up on the table.
Oh.
Because we want to get one like that one for Tori in green.
Oh. What is this in green? Oh, this is in green.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
like
she
that
wants
one.
she wants the line boys.
Yeah. I found that on the t-shirts on the website with that design.
Mm-hmm.
I saw we had a purple version and a green version.
I know.
Nice.
We also have a green and purple sticker version that we made.
Oh, dear. It's on the website.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see
I love how in tune the creative director is with the tasks that are being done by his designers.
Yeah, I think that's great. You guys
We did that like a
also-
month ago.
You guys added all those products without giving them names, so I had to go through and add names on yesterday. And also the ability to like switch when you're like, oh, I want to look at blue. They have the picture match up with the color. You guys didn't do that either.
Well, maybe our creative director should teach us that.
Maybe you guys should pay attention when he teaches you.
This is an example of Matt being stubborn right now because he knows he didn't do something.
I think I did it. I'm pretty sure I did. Do you... How do I change the subject? I may not have told you guys that, but I did tell you guys to add names onto the products before you upload them. Like, the one t-shirt was just like, heavyweight tea.
Was it one I did?
Yeah. No, it might have been Tori.
Tori!
Oh my God.
See, I knew I'm perfect.
She's not here, so we can blame it on her.
That was an example of me getting defensive of criticism because I couldn't take the fact that I did that.
And on camera.
Yeah.
Yikes, I'm sorry. And
You're going to use that against me.
I don't mean it in any way.
You're going to cut that clip of this is an example of me getting defensive over criticism.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play it for me before you give me criticism from now on, so I remember.
Yeah. That's messed up. That's torturing you though.
But you would do that.
But I think I would take you as a kid growing up as one of the kids that was like would respond to if you were throwing a tantrum and your parents recorded you and then shown you that video of you crying or like throwing a tantrum, I think you would be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah." You would respond.
I
to
see
it.
video of myself and I'm like, that's embarrassing. I need to change that.
Yeah, you would respond.
Mm-hmm.
We
Like
shot
my
that.
tan. I need to fix my tan. It's
Yeah.
not in this right now. I actually look pretty slay. But in the Foofajai video,
It's so close to vagina. That's the part that I'm uncomfortable.
well, like,
with.
really?
Not uncomfortable, but like every time
I don't
you
think
say
it sounds like that though.
say it real quick.
Foofajai.
It's the jai.
Yeah. You're putting that in your head though.
I am sorry. I am sorry.
Just be Alina. She didn't know that that would mean anything close to it when she said that.
She didn't know what she was saying.
No, she didn't. Exactly. Because she was a kid with creativity that was not dwindled yet.
Are you saying my creativity has dwindled?
No, that's a proven fact. Have you ever heard about the land study?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that. Like,
Oh.
the kid, as they get older, their creativity decreases.
Yeah.
And you have to reteach yourself it.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Friedman, if he heard that right now, would be so proud of me.
Wow.
It's one
Shout
of my
out
professors.
To from Miami.
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 Enrichment time. Back to that.
What was another point you had?
The last point is our favorite enrichment time moments.
So what is my favorite? Ooh, we just got looked in at. We just got looked in at.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. What is your favorite in the history of 8 Forge? Your time with us. What has been your favorite enrichment opportunity time?
There's like a lot. I don't know if I can pick one. Can I list a few?
Yes, 2.
2?
2. Just 2.
Okay. Well, moving to the mommy office because I got to ignore all my duties until that place was top-notch decorated. Well, I don't know if I was allowed to ignore my duties. I just chose.
You chose not to.
Yeah. I mean, we totally get your projects done on time. No, we do.
Cut that.
No, I wouldn't let that happen, Matt.
Not now. Like, not anymore. Like, not now. Because you're in charge of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I slay. And I care a lot about what other people think of me.
Yeah.
The other one is the Toledo Zoo for my last day.
Yeah.
That was lit. That's all I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, that's right. Say all of them. Just list them.
I guess the day that Tori was back in office and we went to Hobby Lobby and dropped a pretty penny on all these decorations that are now in our office.
We went to Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, remember that was.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because we bought that pillow you're using and this pillow I'm holding. What else did we buy?
At that point of the day where you just need to touch stuff.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't know, anytime we went shopping for something I wanted.
Yeah.
Like my desk chair.
And the point of it is not to go buy stuff that you want. The point of it is to...
Creative space!
To improve the creative space, to help with that creative engine.
Mm-hmm.
And the plus is the enrichment.
Yes, yeah.
So
and the retail therapy.
Just to be clear, it's not a let's go spend money. It's a let's go do a thing to take our mind off this project so that we can refocus on it.
And spruce up our space, so we need less enrichment time. Yeah. In a perfect world, we'd have the most beautiful space in the world, so we wouldn't need any enrichment time and just be in Zen mode all the time.
Zen all the time. But realistically,
we're humans.
You can't be in Zen that long.
Mm-mm.
Because you need that source from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's hard to be passionate about every project we get, because there's only so much passion you can put into a logo for a home improvement company. Like there isn't anything really exciting about that, or a bookkeeper logo or something like that.
I guess
It
it
just
can be
doesn't.
exciting depending on what they want.
Depending on what it is, but
It's
like
more the aesthetic of what somebody wants.
yeah. But when you get a boring one, it's like, ugh, I'm gonna need to pull this out of
Yeah.
everywhere to make it
Mhm.
work, and we can do it. Where between the three of us or the two of us now, we can definitely accomplish it. It's just a like, all right, let's let's do it by the science of design
Mhm.
and nail down exactly what they want instead
Yeah.
of where it's going to be tougher to bring, hey, here's all these fresh ideas to like guide you through this. Let's kind of guide each other through it.
Yes.
And enrichment helps with making us able to deliver better quality products,
Yes.
deliverables.
But I see it as retail therapy.
Yeah, and the fun, it's fun to say, yeah, we went shopping today at work,
Yeah.
or we went to the zoo today.
Yeah. Or
I've seen other agencies, like specifically out west, will go and like to museums, art museums, and stuff like that.
I don't think
But I
though
don't.
when after doing art all day, I don't think I want to be around art all day.
You don't get an inspiration from other art.
No, not especially not Toledo because it's a
Yeah.
lot of like fancy bougie.
Yeah.
Like Caravaggio. I don't think I'd look at a Caravaggio and be like, I see my next logo.
Yeah. I would argue going to the museum because of the type of work they have would be more it would be more work mentally because it's not so much of like what you're seeing on the wall, it's what approach did they take to capture that. So
Yeah,
you're looking at it more on a
I'd still be analyzing.
you'd be analyzing everything so you wouldn't get like a break from
Mm-mm.
your brain. Um, so it would be an interesting trip besides the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My brain
You
turned
like
off.
would want to do a science experiment.
It would be an experiment
Yeah.
of like how do we think differently for different projects like that.
Yeah.
We had a project that was in line with what they had at the museum, which I love the art museum.
No,
Go to
yeah,
the art
like that's
museum,
like a
love it.
weekend activity for
Yeah.
me.
But going there and experiencing it all would not be very enrichment type because
Mm-mm.
it is so engaging. I need something a little more brain dead.
Yeah, like
I'm not saying the zoo is brain dead, but like
it's like you can go see cute
oh,
animals.
they had that whole Africa area like alive this morning, like the giraffes and everyone was
Really?
out in the yard. It was awesome.
I do see the giraffes' heads peek
Yeah,
at sometimes when I drive by.
that's cool.
I'm like, hey guys.
What
Hey
time what
Gerald.
time do you drive by the zoo?
Well, it depends on the day, man. And how long I let my enrichment time
Your
get a
morning
hold of me.
routine? Yeah.
But I never leave later than 7:30 from my house, so realistically, I'm here by like 8:05 at the latest.
Okay. So I'm like, today I would have been just getting to the zoo. I was a little late.
Yeah, and every time I drive by, I'm like, I said this in the first like second or what episode. I'm like, I could join Matt there,
Yeah.
but I keep driving
Keep driving.
because I just like don't feel like walking.
Yeah.
I should.
I think if you showed up, you'd be like, oh, awesome. Good to see you, Allie.
Yeah, I'll see you
I'm gonna
later.
see you for the next of the day. I needed to go. You go that way. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go this way. With all due respect.
And then like I don't think I'd walk alone in the zoo because I'm scared that like I don't know why I'd be scared that someone's gonna steal me in the zoo. Or like what if like an elephant reaches above the cage and
You know what if
where's my anxiety gonna lead me next?
was that brings up a whole different topic, but when we went to Portland, was that too much uninterrupted time with all of us? Not
for some people.
some people. Not calling out any specific person. But like, is that too much time? Was that 3 days?
I had a blast.
Yeah, cool.
Though there were like it was like late at night and like that one night me, you and Tori were like if we were at the party
we went to that,
or we were in the lobby and you guys like went to the gas station to get some some drink. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tori was so excited to be able to have an alcoholic beverage without her kid, and she just like wanted one.
And the bar had closed there,
Yeah,
so we had to
yeah,
go,
that's why we went because
we had to go
the
get the
open
rental
bar.
car and go
Yeah,
like down the road.
to this rinky gas station in the middle of the
Yeah.
mountains.
And boy, were those prices crazy.
Yeah, because we went to the
Crazy.
grocery store that one day just to
Yeah.
get some snackies.
Yeah, expensive.
But it was like those times at night, I could have like capped it, but I didn't. Like I wanted to hang out with Tori, like
Not me, just Tori. Gotcha.
or Rebecca, just Tori.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hang out with Tori
Yeah.
because she's never here. I saw you guys 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I saw
7
Tori.
days a week.
Not 7.
But like that
That week,
amount of
yeah.
that amount of time, like if we had to go to New York to meet with clients and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you had to be stuck with me for a week straight in a different place, what would that do to you mentally?
I'd have my own hotel room. As long as I have my own place to lay my head at night, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
That's all I am too. As long as I can have my escape
Yeah.
with anyone, it would be except for my wife. I love my wife. I'll hang out with her.
That's how I'm like with Ken.
At any amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is a major inconvenience of me hanging out with my wife right now.
That I feel the same way about Kenny. Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
like,
good
huh.
feeling. That's good.
Well, why don't we all just work from home for the rest of our lives and hang out with our?
I mean, there is no reason to have this office.
No, there's a reason we would.
We wouldn't be able to focus.
No. Nothing would get
COVID
done.
taught me that of like being
Yeah.
friends. Oh, it's great.
You
for
can
a
also
short
like
period of
you
time
can yell at me through a text message, but you can't yell at me.
in person.
Like
So-
I'm not threatened by a text message, you know. No, that's a lie.
Okay, I thought you were saying I could express myself more in a text message than in person. I wouldn't be able to yell at you because I'd be here sitting at you.
Yeah, I feel like you think about your texts more.
Oh, okay.
So like
I'm more deliberate with my text.
you'll find a nice way to say it over text. And I'll be like,
Whatever.
oh, okay, it's not that big of a deal.
So when I tell you in person, do I say it in a different way? Or do I come at you just with
I
a
think
blank
you think
thought?
about it too much before you send a text.
Okay.
Where you just say how you're not always say how you're feeling, but like sometimes you're like, and I'm like,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Maybe the text messages would be better for my criticism anxiety. No. Kidding.
Felicia just left. No, 49 minutes ago she just left.
Do you have Life 360?
No, she texted me.
Oh.
Like, I don't.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Sorry, you're millennials.
Yeah.
That
Like we share our location with each other. With
Yeah.
The Apple.
like Kenny and I get notifications when we leave our houses.
Yeah. You can do that with the Apple stuff too. Yeah. Say
Unlimited locations?
Yeah. You can say like, hey, when this person leaves this location, give me a notification. We don't do that though. But you can set that. That's a little toggle you can turn on. Shout out to Apple, who is not sponsoring this, but we are on Apple Podcast.
Yes.
Hashtag AF on A.
P.
That's
I'm
you.
AP.
You're AP. I don't like how that was worded though.
DAFAP. It's like BNCMAP.
Oh, DA. I thought you said DTF. I was like, you can't. You can't say that. Direct transfer? No, you can't. Isn't it DTF is direct transfer?
Files.
Huh?
Direct transfer files.
Film? Direct transfer film.
I don't know. I know
printing.
one DTF, and I know it's not appropriate
No,
for this
it's not
cast.
appropriate for this podcast. No, but DTF is it's you order the film so you can make the screen for screen printing. No, or is it the iron-on? It might be the iron-on thing. You get the screen.
Direct to transfer.
Direct transfer.
Direct transfer to
No, yeah.
garment, like a garment.
Yeah, so it's the heat transfer one. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know where that was going.
Frogtown Tees does it. They are
Cool.
DTF. At 8 Forge, we do offer printing solutions. For what we can't do in house, we have very good friends out of house that we have established good relationships with to help support our clients.
Yeah.
That this commercial was provided by ApeForge at apeforge.com
At ApeForge on Instagram.
/printing.
Oh, we don't have a printing Instagram page. Any hoozle.
For our future podcasts, what topics do you have? Just give us a hint of what topics are coming up.
Okay, I have some fun ones. Let me just
And,
get
like,
to my 9
Does
million
any of them
tabs.
revolve around design or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the
I'm
podcast
leading.
is.
I'm leading.
Oh, I was like, Matt, what do you mean?
Allie, we haven't talked about design at all. We talked about the life of a designer, so that's fair.
In the creative space, it's all about
Yeah, it is all
being a
about-
graphic
Yeah.
designer.
What if someone finds us and they're like, I want to know what a graphic designer does,
Oh
or
well,
like I want to hear about Illustrator. Are we gonna get into stuff like that? We don't have to.
I mean we can, but it's not gonna be until like episode 20 because I have.
Give us the
Okay.
next 5.
Next 5, episode 4 next week is what sexy packaging design does to a
Oh, see, there
designer.
you go. Packaging design.
Yeah. Episode 5, let's talk brand identity.
Ooh, identity. Yeah.
Hinting at some might know as Holy Toledo.
Intro.
Oh dang. Episode 6. Working full time is hard.
That's not bad. I like it.
Episode 7, building a campfire.
Nice.
Episode 8, the pros and cons of business groups.
Yeah. You want to join my BNI group? No one wants to join your BNI group. Sorry.
Now that we're like disassociated from BNI.
Kind of. Now, yeah, that's a whole wonderful topic that I'm excited to talk about. No hard feelings against BNIs, just as creatives. That space is not conducive for creatives. It is very good for developing business development folk.
It reminds me of the Farmer School of Business at Miami University.
Okay.
Not the College of Creative Arts at Miami University. Yep. This one's fun. This is another one that it's like no harm, no foul to anyone, but the worst client situation.
Yeah.
And then things we wish our clients knew. Let me see if I find any other fun ones that, just to entice the crowd. Our hot take on AI.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. By the time we do that one, it's all going to be different.
No.
Yeah, AI.
Yeah,
AI is constantly changing.
It's episode 12.
Yeah, that's a long time.
This is episode 4.
Look, if you look at AI in terms of what it has been able to do in the last 5 months, leaps and bounds.
But this is like 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. Like,
who knows? Maybe AI will take over and we'll all be dead by the time.
We might have clothes because AI replaced us. I don't know. That's why we have to use it as a tool now to understand it.
I don't mean to sound this like mean saying this, but I don't think AI will ever replace us.
No, you know why?
Because clients don't know what they want.
They don't know what they want. Yeah.
We love you all, but you don't know what you want.
We love our clients.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was hard for us to understand what you wanted, it's gonna be
hard
hard
for a robot.
AI to produce it.
A beep-boop-bop.
That's why meeting clients is so important and having conversations and making relationships so that we can get contextually what they want.
I don't know why that's happening. I put it on mute.
Ma'am.
It's just Alice texting me back because I told her I was going to miss her at the Foofajai.
Featuring Alice today.
Alice Momini from The Blade.
Momini?
Yes, Momini.
Momini.
She's my bestie. But so yeah, AI. And shout out Alice for texting me because she's on vacation and she can't come with me to the fireworks in Uptown Mommy.
Tell her
and I just told her I'm sad.
Tell her to join the podcast.
We should have her as our guest star.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Alice will be a guest star. And then another fun one. We came up with it last time. Canva ... yuck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the audio And then another one, spooky, scary design stories.
I'm
for
excited for
Halloween.
that one. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So we have the cutting edge.
Slap a sticker on
technology.
it and call it a campaign, baby. It's got it all.
Eat a hot dog for me, baby. That cracked me up when you said that.
No, and I like. No, I'm not gonna say that. It's
Say
gonna. In that clip, the angle made me look like fatter than I did in the rest of them.
Because you were like, bam.
Yeah, so like, it looked like I just like ate 50 hot dogs, and I was like, eat one more for me because I can't fit any more in my body.
You're the only one that's gonna think that.
I know.
Allie, you have such a messed up.
Dance equals body dysmorphia.
Oh, yeah. Well, on that note,
Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Designers AF. I'm Allie and this is Matt, and Matt wanted to go home 24 minutes ago probably, so we gotta wrap it up today. Join us next week for our episode on what sexy packaging design does to a designer, where we talk about package design and the influence it has on graphic designers.
you know what we should do?
Go to Target.
We should probably do a segment where we go to Target. Or when we come, and or both, when we come back when we do that podcast, we each bring an example of our favorite packaging.
I would bring my packaging design project from junior year of
You're
college.
bringing the one thing.
The one
something that you
package I've
made.
ever made, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously the best.
You wouldn't. Let's bring that. That'd be cool to see.
It might be smashed up in my portfolio.
That sounds like an excuse.
No, like I'm just
Whenever
saying.
I say stuff that is like I'm meaning it as a joke, but I present it in a way.
Yeah,
that's
I'm like
straight. You have this like, like I just ran you over. I feel so bad.
No, it's okay.
Immediately feel bad.
No, because you like do call me out on the things that like I try to get away with.
Oh, okay.
Like that like was an excuse because I didn't want to have to think about bringing it in and putting it on my to-do list to like go into my portfolio in my basement and like get it out.
Yeah.
And you called me out on my excuse, and I was
like I knew.
Yeah.
There's something you said in like the first podcast where I was like, you're saying something like, I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm like, oh well maybe. You're like, well why not? And I'm like, because it's not on brand. Like a very like.
Oh
my reason.
no,
It's not on brand.
The slogan. Like, we are a creative agency.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's when I thought that it was 8 Forge Creative Agency, LLC, too.
Yeah. Like, the whole name was 8 Forge.
When I did the raffle drawing with Mommy Chamber,
yeah,
they asked me what 8 Forge was, and I started sweating because I know I didn't have the tagline memorized yet, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Matt told me I need to know it because it's on brand, and I don't know it, and I didn't say it like I know it was supposed to, and I definitely read it in the car before and forgot it.
I'm Allie, and I work for Ape Forge, and we are a...
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's an accurate description.
It would be fine. It's, any publicity
is good. That's like the Pitch Perfect. You know the Pitch Perfect when she's like, I saw the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one clip.
You've never seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You would love it.
Would I? Do we?
You would love Fat Amy.
For some enrichment time, do we watch that? We watched Barbie.
But we worked during Barbie. I think we would
Barbie,
sit and work and watch.
Yeah.
At the same time. I don't think watching a movie's enrichment.
No. No, it's like playing music.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the music I
don't want to sit there and do nothing. I want to do something with my hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Would you say? Oh, do we end this episode?
No, we haven't yet. We can, whatever makes your soul shine.
Your my soul shine.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
I know you do.
You're like, should we take Friday off? I'm like, you're the boss. Whatever makes your soul shine. I'm like, I'm your
it's
employee.
It's so brain numbingly like irritating
when I say that.
When you give me, when I'm like, hey, what do you think? You're like, oh, you're the boss. I'm like, I'm asking you for
Well,
your opinion.
every time I do have an opinion, but like,
Yeah, I know you do. I know.
and you know the answer to like
And I
what
have to
I would
like,
say.
and so you make me call you out, and I have to be like, what do you want?
Well, like yeah, but like I don't
Not
want
in
to
an
say this, but
abusive
like
way,
I'm
though.
I'm a Gen Z lazy piece of shit. So if you're gonna ask me if we want to leave early, or if we want to like take the day off, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm being a good person by making you think about it.
Oh, what a nice thing you're doing for me. Thank you.
I'm like a better Gen Z than most
You
people.
are. Yeah. You're not
What
bad.
if you had like a Gen Z as your employee?
I don't think they would be able to work in this environment. I think they would spiral.
You think they would spiral?
Yeah.
I think they would walk all over you.
Yeah, I think they would. I think they would walk on me and then find out that though I am a big pushover, I
You're
can still
scary.
bite.
Yeah. Oh,
And if I was, I don't want to say it this way because there's a
Matt, I
connotation
think
to it.
you think you have a bite.
Uh-huh.
But like you won't enact unless people
Yeah,
push you
I have to
to
be pushed to do it.
for
and
months.
and then when it does happen, it implodes, and
Yeah.
it's not great, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm scared for the day I get imploded.
No,
Oh,
the,
cut that.
no. End with that. All right, did we close out?
Okay, I guess I'll re-close out since we kept talking.
Oh, you did it already. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, thank you yet again for joining us today on episode 3 of Designers AF. What is enrichment time? Join us.
4.
No, next episode's 4.
Oh, no, this is 4. Allie.
Creative. Every day in life of a.
Yeah, this is 4.
Episode
And
4.
Friday comes after.
Okay, let's try that again. Thank you yet again for joining us today on Designers AF. I'm Allie and this is Matt. Thanks for listening to episode 4. What is enrichment time? Next week, tune in for episode 5, what sexy packaging design does to a designer, where we, like I said, talk about how nice packaging design influences a designer to buy things that they don't need. So, until then, let the wind take you where you will.
Goodbye.
Adios. Okay.
Cool. Done so.
Yes, queen.